Hello there everyone and welcome to a new review on the channel, and today we're looking at another product that is a bit old but one that is very fun and very good and that I found myself performing more often than not, and that is Picturesque by D.Regal and J.Guastaferro. An incredibly fun set for the McDonald's Aces that I think that if you're a card fan or a fan of the McDonald's Aces, you'll get a kick out of this. So that said, let's roll the intro and get straight into the review. Perfect, so you decide to stick around, which means you want to learn more about Picturesque. Now, what is Picturesque? Picturesque is a small project revolving around the McDonald's Aces. It's a set of 3 routines by D.Regal and J.Guastaferro that go over variations and interesting ways in which to use the McDonald's Aces props and gimmicks and ideas and make them play bigger or more interesting than your standard, oh, we're just gonna put 3 and then make them vanish. So I think it's a very fun project and a really good one at that. So the best way that I can demonstrate this to you is to demonstrate the simplest routine from the project. So let's roll a performance of it right now. Okay, so we're gonna do a small performance of Picturesque now. As always, with my performances and due to the camera angle, I hope that nothing is going to flash. If it does, I'll correct it in editing. But you would remove from this wallet or from a deck of cards, you would remove a bunch of cards and you tell your spectators that these are some of the most known cards in a deck and they are all of the suits. So I'll stand up for this performance to make it a bit better. So you would show here that you have all of the queens, you have all of the jacks, you have all of the kings, and of course you have the most known cards in a deck of cards. You have the 4 aces. So now that you show that, you would tell them if they're familiar with the aces. So you tell them you have the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and of course, the ace of spades, which is the leader ace that you're going to place in front of them right there. You then proceed to place the ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs, and the ace of hearts in this formation, okay? You then tell the spectator that what you're going to do is you're going to mix these cards just like this. You're going to mix them just a bit. And what you're going to do is you're going to take all of these remaining cards and you're going to place them on top of the aces, okay? So you're going to take all of these and you're going to place 3 on top of the ace of spades, 3 on top of the ace of diamonds, 3 on top of the ace of clubs, and 3 on top of the ace of hearts. Now you tell them that what you're going to do is a magic move. So you take here the ace of diamonds and all you have to do is the magic move, which is this. That's the magic move, and then if you just pass the cards through your hand, the first ace completely vanishes from there. You then proceed to do it with the second one. So you take the ace and you show that you're going to place it in between the cards. And then if you do the move just like this, you can show now that the ace has now vanished from these cards, and you can show all of these as you wish to show that the ace is gone. You then proceed to do this with the last one, the ace of hearts. So you show it and you tell them that this one you're going to do differently. You're going to place it on the table just like that, and you're not even going to use the other cards provided to you. You're just going to use the ace, and then you just give it a twist and you show that the ace has vanished. You then proceed to tell the spectator that they're probably ahead of you right now, but on the leader ace, the ace of spades is now the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, and the ace of diamonds. So that is the simplest and most simple routine on the entire project, and one that I find is very good. I hope that you enjoyed and I hope that I didn't flash. Having said that, let's now jump back into the review. Okay, so having seen a performance of Picturesque, now let's talk about where you buy this, how much does it cost, and what do you get. So normally you could buy this from Penguin Magic, but it is out of stock there and it has been for a long while. So for now, the only way that you can buy this, as far as I'm concerned, is from D.Regal himself or from John G himself on their website. I have seen a few additional shops carry this, but I'm not necessarily sure of those. I'm not aware of them, so I can't really speak on behalf of that. But I do know that D.Regal and J.Guastaferro have those have these on their website. So how much does it cost? It costs $39.99 US. And you get three things. One, you get your box, which is a really nice hard shell box. And inside of this box, you get a link to the instructional video. The instructional video is around an hour long. I think it's like an hour and 6 minutes long. And it goes over the history of the effect, why they made it, how they made it, why they gave you what they gave you, why they decided to release this. And then they go through various routines that play for stage, for casual performances, or even for walk around. So they go over all of that, and the routines that they teach you are incredibly good, especially the Vino Aces by J.Guastaferro is the highlight of this project. Then you also receive this vegan leather wallet in which you can place your cards. So personally, they say that they don't even carry the cards in the deck. They just carry them inside of this pouch as to raise intrigue and make it a fancier piece of magic, which is fine because it's something that I do as well. Sometimes I like to remove them from the deck. Sometimes I just take them out from this. It depends, but it is a nice touch to have. And then you also get your cards. You get provided with everything that you need to perform this. Some of the cards are gimmicked, some are not, but everything is provided to you in the package. So you're good to go basically once you buy it. And as I said, if you want to go out and perform, just place this inside here, inside of the wallet, you close it up, and you're good to go with everything. So that is what you get with your purchase. So knowing that, how difficult is Picturesque to perform? Well, Picturesque is not a beginner trick, nor is it something beyond the reach of any beginner. I think it uses a lot of sleights and a lot of moves and a lot of choreography and scripting, but it's nothing that without a bit of practice you cannot learn. So it is not something for a full beginner, but it is something that if you're intermediate or getting close to intermediate, you're going to pick this up and be able to perform without an issue pretty much from the start. It's a very simple routine to do in that, but of course the instructions are so clear and so well explained that even if there's any questions, they will be answered there, and they will explain everything that you need to perform these effects. So difficulty-wise, I'd say between beginner and intermediate. Now let's talk about practicality. And of course, with everything, we start out with the carrying capacity. So what do you need to carry around to perform this effect? It depends. If you want to perform it from the pouch, you just have to carry around this pouch or wallet with you in your pocket or whatever, and you're good to go. If you want to perform it from a deck of cards, all you need is the gimmicks. So you can easily place those gimmicks inside of the cellophane, and then you're good to go at a moment's notice just with the gimmicks. So it depends on you. If you want to perform it like this, the wallet. If not, you just put the gimmicks in the cellophane, and whenever you want, you're going to be good to go to perform the effect with the cards from the actual deck. So having said that, what do you need to perform this? One, you need table space. So that is one of the practicality things that you're going to need for this. As you saw, I used a bit of table space to perform this, and I like the diamond formation. I think it's better than the straight formation that some magicians use. I think that's better. So it will need a bit of table space. So when you perform this, you're going to need table space no matter the routine that you perform. So keep that in mind. Additionally, practicality wise, let's talk about now angles. Angles for this are pretty good. They're pretty much 360 degrees for most of the routines. Vino Aces is maybe 180 or 160. But apart from that, some of the routines like the one that I just showed you is pretty much 360 degrees. Inspectability, this is not inspectable, so the cards at the end will not be inspectable. But if you perform this correctly and you perform everything how it's supposed to go and with all their subtleties and little touches, all the cards seem to be 100% seen back and front through the entire routine, so it won't necessarily need to be inspectable. Another thing regarding practicality that you need to know is that these cards that are provided to you are normal bicycle cards, which means that they will eventually run out. And I don't think they sell refills for this, which means that you're going to have to possibly either make your own if you know how to split cards, or you're going to have to buy another set, probably from another company. But knowing how the routine works and everything, you'll be able to adapt the routine with a new set as well, but that's something that you need to know as well. So that's everything that you need to know regarding practicality. So moving on to where to perform. So where do you perform this? Pretty much anywhere, because as I mentioned, Vino Aces, the routine by J.Guastaferro, uses 4 wine glasses and it plays here. It plays up top for everyone to see. So it is definitely something you can do in cabaret, parlor, or maybe even stage with a camera. You can definitely do this routine. If not, you can do this close up as long as you have table space. So if you have table space and you have a bit of place to place things around, you can do this routine, pretty much walk around table hopping without an issue, as long as you have table space to place down the cards. Now that that's said, let's go over the positives and negatives of Picturesque. So let's start with the negatives. First, what are the negatives of Picturesque? One is that it does require table space. So if you perform this effect, walk around, if you do this at crowded events where it's like weddings and there's a bunch of stuff on the table, then it's going to be hard to perform this effect. Second of all is that there are no refills available for this, and eventually your cards are going to wear out, so you're going to have to find an alternative to re-get some of these cards in order to perform the effect. So that's the only negatives that I have with this. Let's go into the positives. One, everything that you get is well built. The instructions are great. The routines are great. The subtleties especially will elevate this routine to a next level. Both of them pitch into every single routine to give their ideas and to give the ideas of how to make this more deceptive. The routines are pretty easy to learn. They're pretty easy to do. They're practical and they're very fun to perform, and for the spectators as well. So what would I rate Picturesque and what would I recommend it? So would I recommend Picturesque? First of all, I think that if you're a card guy and you like the plot of McDonald's Aces, this is an extremely good set of cards to achieve that, but you're not buying this just for the cards, you're buying this more for the instructions. So I know there was a debate when this came out that it's too expensive for McDonald's Aces, but you know, you're not buying it for the gimmick cards, you're buying it for the instructions and the ideas, and that's where the gold in this lies. All the touches and subtleties that they provide you in this project, I think, are worth the asking price, because you're just going to learn things that you're going to be able to apply to some of your other packet tricks for the rest of your life with some of the things that they tell you in this. So yes, I think I recommend it. If you're into the plot of McDonald's Aces, I think you're going to enjoy what you get. So what would I rate it out of 10? I think it's a good effect. I perform it and I do really enjoy it. It's the only version of the McDonald's Aces that I do perform because I like it that much. So I'm going to give Picturesque by D.Regal and J.Guastaferro a 8.5 on 10. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe. I'll answer everything that you ask in the comments to the best of my knowledge. And if not, I'll see you in my next review, and I can't wait to see you there. So have a good one, and bye-bye.